Hi, happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday afternoon wine ambassador training. I love Saturdays. They're exciting. And we have a good lineup for you tonight. Somebody that's going to share some great things with you. So, as most of you know, and you should know, the leadership here in the company, but coming all the way from California on a Saturday morning, one of our top MSIs in the company has been here the longest and shared wine ambassador with an unbelievable amount of people and is truly successful. Master System Instructor, Miss Priscilla Ashleigh, aka Mama P. The microphone's yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Niall. All right, guys, I'm going to share my screen because I'm really big on visual aids. Oops, what happened here? So we're going to do that. Hold on. All right. So hopefully you guys can see this. Okay, so I get a ton of questions all the time. Priscilla, how are you so successful? What are you doing? You must be doing something different. Like, no, I'm not doing anything different. I'm doing exactly what Rory teaches us, but from 2010, I have been building my businesses on social media. So prior to meeting Rory, I had learned how to build on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So I do have experience in the social media world. So if you are wondering, my gosh, how did she become the #1 recruiter in 2019 and 2020 and the #1 income earner in 2020? It's because I've just learned that consistency works. And I'm just a mom and a wife, and I just did not want to go get a job. I wanted to be home with the kids. Now, as you can see there to the left, they're all grown and everybody's taller than me, except for Heather Nathan. She's shorter than me. Haha, just kidding, Heather. Not really, but finally someone shorter than me. But I just, like I said, I just wanted that time freedom to be able to stay home with my family. If I wanted to go to the beach one day, I can just go to the beach. If I used to be able to go to a movie, I could stop and go to a movie. Having the freedom to do what you want when you want is what this business is all about. And as Tanya is teaching you guys all about calendars and time blocking and how to reach your goals with your calendar, that's the only way that you're going to make this work. So you can work as little or as much as you want, and it's all dependent on your goals. So we're going to, actually that's top 10 4 years in a row, but that's okay. We'll keep going here. So a lot of people think like, well, I'm not on social media that much. I don't have a big personality. You don't need to be like huge and overbearing on social media. You just want to share about your life, share about your hobbies, share about your family. If you go on a trip, share about your trip. That way you're not always talking about your product. Now, we're not just talking about wine, obviously. We're talking, we have a lot of products here with R 247. So you don't want to be constantly pimping your products out, which is what we're going to talk about on the next slide, I think. Yep. In our old business, before I met Rory, we were taught to post 4 times a day. And, at least 1 time a day was supposed to be about your business. And if you notice, if you are only posting about your business, you're probably not going to be getting a lot of likes, just because people get tired of hearing about it. They want to know if you're doing a business, great, but we don't need to be overbearing about it. We don't need to overshare about it. So now with R 247 and everything that we have here, we can post about our life. We can post about, our opportunity, maybe once or twice a week. We can now utilize the leads and everything that Rory and Tanya have given us with leadstreams.com. And I didn't have this in here, but I'm just telling you guys, that is going to be a lifesaver for all of us. We're already getting great results with it. Shout out to Helen Ransom, who has been setting up VRTs with me. I'm super proud of you, girl. So social media is all about being 80% personal and 20% business. Most of these pictures in here are travel. I love to travel. And if it wasn't for these businesses, I never would have been able to travel. Down here, this picture right here, this is where it all started, Rory. PF Chang's, that's where it all started. So I always have that picture there because it's a reminder of where I started with Rory to where I've come. So keeping track of your accomplishments, keeping track of, goals that you've achieved, whether it is to go or, achieve Destin, Florida, like share that, hey, we have this Destin, Florida trip and I'm going on it, I'm making it work. This wine business is fun, but it's also, I get to earn trips and travel to 5-star resorts, and I get to, rub elbows with the top leadership in the company. And it's just, you share those things, it's more interesting than it is just, posting like, join my business. No, people don't want to hear that. So for me, I always wanted to be the leader that I never had. So think about that. What would you want in a leader? So you have to figure that out. How can you be an influencer in your own life? Like I have here, share like the things that you've overcome in your life. For me, it's been like, gosh, I dropped out of college and I'm a high 6-figure earner in this business. For somebody who never went to college and could earn that kind of an income online, I was like, wow, this is huge, because I never thought I could earn that type of income. Share, your mentors in your life, who's made a difference in your life. It doesn't even have to be a mentor. Like obviously Rory and Tanya are like my mentors. My grandmother, she's made a huge difference in my life, and she's now in heaven with Jesus, but I talk about her all the time. If it wasn't for her and the values that she placed in me, I wouldn't be where I am today. So who's made a difference in your life? How can you pay it forward and just share about you and your life, and don't overthink it. Everyone always asks, like, where do I start? There's so many different social media platforms. I always say, start with one and learn it, figure it out, and then you can move on to the next. I have taken Instagram classes to learn Instagram back in the day when it first started. I had been taught about Twitter, which I don't use anymore, but back in 2010 is when I learned all about Twitter. I actually had signed a lot of reps into my fitness business from Twitter, but we don't use Twitter a lot anymore. At least I don't. So there's always new social media platforms coming out. You don't have to get overwhelmed with them. Just kind of learn about them. Start where you're most comfortable, but you definitely have to learn about them. And the best place for you to learn about a platform is YouTube or Google. Those are your best friends. So don't rely on, me or Rory or Tanya or Niall or Paul. Don't rely on us. If you want to learn something, Google it or go to YouTube, because I promise you will find a ton of trainings on those platforms. Another question I always get, well, when do I post? So you have to know when your friends are online, okay? Again, it's just about being consistent. So, I used to post 2 to 3 times a day. Now, sometimes it's once or twice, but it's usually in the morning, lunchtime, midday-ish, and then in the evening. Most people are scrolling through Facebook or Instagram in the evening while they're watching TV. So that's probably your best bet, especially when you post about your business accomplishments, or, we're having an opportunity call on Monday nights. Like, you want to share that at a time where you know that people can get on. Another thing I'm just going to throw out there is, please don't put links in your post itself. If you put a link in your post, most people are not going to see it. And that's not because of you, it's because of Facebook. So that's Facebook. So you need to put your link. You'll say, my link is in the comment section, or join below in the comment section, and that's where you can put your join link. Okay, so that's something to remember also. And make sure that you're staying positive on social media. I will tell you, being positive and sharing, you know, this is just like a positive quote that I found online. And you can share a picture. You can, you know, create a picture of yourself with a little quote inside of that picture. An app that I use is called Fonto, Phonto. And that's on, I'm sure it's on any app store on your phone. That's where you can write on the picture something that's going to grab someone's attention. You guys also see me posting Bible verses, right? Sharing about Jesus, because that's who I am. And I'm not going to be afraid to share about the Lord or anything. If somebody doesn't like it, they can just hit the unfollow button or the, you know, unfriend button. I don't care, because we're going to share what we believe in, but you got to be positive. Because if you're negative, nobody's going to want to join you. If you're constantly talking about how bad your life is, or, you know, how you're not happy with your friends or your spouse, or, you know, who's going to want to join your team, right? I don't want to join somebody who's complaining all the time. I'm telling you right now, like, if it wasn't for this business and the personal development that comes along with it, I would not be where I am today, because prior to this business, I was negative. I wasn't happy. I hated my marriage. I didn't like the life I was living. And so personal development changed my life. So don't be fake about it, you know, but we don't have to share every little thing. You don't got to share your dirty laundry with people. Again, if you struggle with negative stuff, just go to personal development. I actually have a personal development page on my 4y28.com. There's also personal development information in the file section of Wine Ambassador. You can Google personal development and you can find what you want to learn, you know, what you're struggling with. And now we actually have Rory's book, marketingisfreedom.com, which can actually really help you change your life and understand what we do here even more. So Rory talks about self-promotion all the time, okay? Utilize the tools that we have. We do have this, it's not new, it's really not new, the Wine Bot, it's not new. It's been out since October when we were at the launch event, but you have to share your accomplishments. You know, some people think, oh my gosh, I'm bragging. No, you're not bragging. You're sharing your accomplishments, what you have done. There's nothing wrong with that. But you want to make it a picture that is eye-catching, right? Something that people are going to look at. And then your post needs to reflect your picture. And I will give you guys a little tip. Please don't post a book when you're posting these posts. I know for me, when I'm reading through social media, if I click on something and it's like this long, I'm not going to read it. It's just too long. You know, keep it short and sweet, get to the point, and let them, you know, make their decision. Now, I will say, you know, just because you make a post doesn't mean that you're going to get all these messages, because you have to be consistent with it, right? Again, that consistency thing. And you don't have to chase people. They'll come to you if they want more information. My information, my link, my phone number is in the, you know, in the comment section. You can always share that. I like this picture here because we talk about, you know, I talked about online training, qualified leads, marketing tools. Like, I like that. And you guys can feel free to use my pictures, obviously, just like put them as you instead. But, you know, I don't have a problem with that. And if you don't have success yet, all you have to do is find someone that you look up to in the business and share their testimony. You know, my friend Priscilla was a stay-at-home mom and a college dropout, and she's earned high six figures in an online business. Like, you know, I'm learning from her, and this is something that I want to do. Like, share other people's stories. Share, you know, Rory and Tanya's story. My gosh, they have 7 kids, and they have been extremely successful in online marketing. You know, people that say, I have kids, I don't have time to do a business. Well, share their story. So find someone that you look up to, share their story, and that will help you to start creating your own success story. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Posting with a picture is always best. So this is actually a picture from, I think it's from our back office. And I just, I think it was actually Heather that created this, professional leads to build your business. And so this is an example of one of my posts that I made. And, you know, maybe it got a lot of likes, maybe it didn't. I don't really care, because I just want to share what we have here. And if someone is interested, they will reach out to me. I don't chase. No, we don't chase anyone. We don't need to, right? Because again, with Rory's leadstreams.com, we have all the leads we need to use for this business, but social media is just another avenue that you can be sharing on. So here's just a little post idea that I had made recently. You know, here are the keys. Like, I've got the keys. Who wants to ride in a Ferrari with me? Let's go, you know, straight to the top. I just created this, and, you know, I got some likes, I got some comments, I actually got a few private messages. But the key is, guys, like I said, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can give everyone all the tools in the world to build their business, but you can't make them do the work. So you work with the willing. That's what I do. Work with the willing, and those who rise to the top will rise to the top, and those are the ones you work with. Don't beat a dead horse. I think Rory said that before too. And then of course we have our professional memes that Rory's team makes for us. And these are ways that you can just share what we're doing, but not so much like I said, you don't want to be like, oh, join my team, you know, here's performance blogging, join today. Like these are just ideas you can share. And here we've got our, you know, this is my Fine Wines link. And then this is our Join PBS link. So without posting my link, I can share it out there, but I don't have to put it in my post because it's already in the picture. If somebody really wants more information, they'll go to that picture and they'll type it in and go look for it. I just feel like posts about wine, I personally feel they should be posted in the evening time. Only because most people, I would say 95% of people are probably not drinking wine at 9 o'clock in the morning. So maybe use your morning post. If you're sharing about a business, use that for your, you know, your Vela Vita, or sharing about, you know, our R 247 opportunity. But wine posts should, I personally feel, just should be in the evening time. And again, you don't have to plaster it everywhere, just sharing once or twice a week. Another thing you guys need to know is Facebook Lives are the first things to be seen in the Facebook newsfeed. So it doesn't always have to be about wine, right? You can share why you're doing a home-based business. You don't even have to talk about what business it is. You can just share your why, you know, and just kind of, you know, share little tidbits, but not really, you don't have to say it's wine, just share your why you joined a home-based business. You can do a wine box opening. Again, try to do it in the evening if possible. And that's only once a month, right? We get our wine once a month, so you can do that once a month. And then I had even, at one point, I was really good about it. I was doing daily devotionals. And so I had obviously a Bible devotional that I was doing live every day. I did it for about a month. And then I got busy and forgot, and I was like, I need to get back on that. But that consistency thing is going to drive people to you. So you don't have to worry about reaching out to them. They're gonna be like, oh my gosh, she's a Christian and she loves the Lord, and she has all these different businesses. Like, I wonder which one I should look at. So those are just ideas. Share your journey. You know, you guys all know Chase and Luna, my pets. You see them all the time. Chase bringing in the groceries. It's just a way to share your life with people. And I touched on this earlier. These are your tools that you can use. When in doubt, Google it. Go to YouTube. There's answers everywhere. You don't have to, you know, go to your upline's inbox and be like, how do I make changes to this paragraph? You know, which all of us here, all of us instructors have gone over that multiple times with our students, but there's a ton of resources on Google and YouTube. And then there's this is the Fonto I was talking to you guys about, that's what I use to write on my pictures. There's also other apps that you can use. What is it? Watermark is another one I like. You can use Pic Collage, PIC Collage, and you could do like different pictures in grid form, and then you could write on that picture. There's a picture you guys probably saw on my Facebook. Maddie and I were doing a weekly opportunity call, and so I did a grid form picture and then typed on it the time and then the Zoom link. So those are ideas that you can use also, and it's free. So thank you guys for joining today. I hope that this social media training helped you, and just be consistent and you will achieve your goals. So that's all I have for you guys today.
And it was plenty. Thank you very much. Beautiful.